Now, I can tell you we've been waiting just on 2 years since we last spoke to our next guest, because I am talking about Fiona O'Shea. How are you going, Fiona?
Hi, Tracy. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Now, the big D's been called away, but he should be back any second now, so we'll have a bit of a chat while he's outside.
I was wondering how he got his name.
Well, there's been a lot of questions about that one, but we're not going to go too far into it. But his name is Darren, so we're just going to say.
Show, isn't it?
Well, that's right. Yeah, we're not past 8 o'clock yet. But we haven't spoken to you since you released the EP Rose, and that was, I think, back in 2011.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because we were talking about how you were unleashed, I suppose you could say you were unleashed, but you were unearthed on Triple J and everything like that. So we've had some fantastic songs come out from the EP and that. So what's changed from when we first spoke to you back then to today?
Well, you know, it's all a big, long journey, and things happen all the time. So, you know, Restless, A Little Reckless, that did really well and made it to number 3 on the Air It chart. So, you know, in the top 10 most ordered for airplay, so I was really happy with that. And then Rose was released after that, and that made it on to Mildura's Hot Country charts as well. So you kind of feel as a songwriter like you're getting the thumbs up from the industry.
Well, it's hard, isn't it? Because there's so many songwriters out there at the moment. You sort of think, where do I fit in the industry? And it looks like that you may have actually found your place out there.
Well, I hope so. I don't really know where my place is. I'm still searching, but I'm still writing, you know, and I think that's all part of the process. And you just keep going on and developing as you go along, and it's just, yeah, it's a journey, it's a process. And what's that saying? It's not the destination.
It's how you get there.
Yeah, that's it.
And the time you spend. Well, the big D has joined. How you going, big fella?
I'm good. I just had a phone call from our daughter telling her that her car wouldn't start.
No.
Anyway, so the big brother's on his way to get us started. So yeah. So
see, now Fiona was asking how you got your name, the Big D. Well, I can tell you that our son's name is Dale, so we call him the Little D of the family. So
that's sweet.
Yeah, we keep that.
Mind you, he passed me when he was 14.
That's this side of the 8 o'clock hour.
And what's your daughter's name?
Charmaine.
Oh, so that's not a G.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
I thought you might have a thing going there.
Yeah, no.
All right.
So I was just asking Fiona, like, we spoke to her back in 2011 and what has changed from there with Reckless and and all that sort of stuff. And you were talking about the songwriting, and this next song that we've got here, On Top of the World, how did this one come about, and where does that fit with Fiona?
Well, that song was an interesting song. So it's one of those songs I just sat down and it just was definitely wanted to be written. And it was almost like, have I heard the song before? Because it was just, I just literally sat down and it came, you know, normally I sit there and ponder and question and delve and do all of that kind of thing. But this song wasn't like that at all, and I'd always had that line about Mona Lisa, the Mona Lisa smile, which I'd always kind of had in my songwriting pocket to use at some stage. And yeah, that's definitely was a line that I wanted to use in that song, because what happens here with 3 children is Mum and Dad like to have a little bit of a snuggle, and I kind of, you know, can't let too much on because there's 3 children going, "Hey, don't do that," or "Get out of the way,
yeah.
Get a room.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, so I put on my Mona Lisa smile. Nothing going on here. We're all good. Yeah.
How do you go with the song On Top of the World, as far as do you get people coming in? Is that the cover of the Carpenters song?
No.
I never even thought
I haven't had that.
Top of the year.
Oh, hang on a second. Hey, On Top of the World, is that a cover of the Carpenters song?
Well, it's the first time, actually.
Oh, well, there you go. Now you can say.
Well,
next interview you can say, yeah, I've had that.
Top of the World.
There's lots of On Top of the World. No, there's what's the other one? Top of the World. Yeah, by Patty Griffin. Yeah, she's one of my favourite artists.
So who do you get your inspiration from? What was, if you go back to the early days of you being involved in it? What sort of musicians do you like listening to?
Well, I go through phases, and I go off on tangents, and I listen to one artist over and over and over and over again until I get sick of them, which normally takes about 12 months. So the kids say, "Would you just get that off?" You know, in the car. No, not that song again. No. So love Casey Chambers. You know, I think she's one of the best Australian songwriters around. love Harmony James, she's wonderful, and have really enjoyed Shelby Lynn, Revelation Road, that's just awesome. We've got the CD and everything, so that's I really enjoy sitting down and watching that. And my latest craze, of course, is Patty Griffin with American Kid.
So there's plenty out
so
there.
it's quite diverse.
I guess, I don't know. It's just an O'Sheaism.
Yep.
And I tell you what, with that broad Aussie accent that you've got there, mate, you must be really proud of Kaylee Bell, hey?
Yeah, no, she's doing really well, isn't she? She's very talented. I think she did a bit of recording with Robbie from Pacific International Music initially. Yeah, and he was saying back then how amazing she was and how talented. So, yeah, she's going really well.
Yeah, and to take out the Star Maker of the Year, we go, wait a minute, that's a Kiwi taking that. And, of course, she's just one of our own. She's just beautiful.
Yeah.
So, congratulations. So, talking about, like, Star Maker awards and things like that, are you sort of heading towards something like you want to get into the Star Makers, or are you more the songwriter, singer, or a singer-songwriter?
I'm more of a songwriter. ... slash singer in brackets, kind of sometimes.
So as a songwriter, if you had the choice of being able to write a song for someone, who would you want to hear record some of your music?
Well, that's a good question. Did you just think of that?
Yeah, that's
only because you said you were a songwriter. So.
Well, the trouble is I like listening to other songwriters, so I don't imagine that they'd want to sing one of my songs, but if somebody did, it would be Patty Griffin because, you know, she's just amazing.
Well, there you go. Well, we've got Patty on the other line, so...
Hey, Big D, now you're talking.
Yeah, there we go. So we've got 3 different studios going at once. And we're like, okay, we've thrown Patty into one. Who's in the other one? Oh, Casey. She's in the other one listening. So we're doing well. Thumbs up here.
Now, if someone doesn't have a copy of your music now, how do they go about doing it?
So it's on iTunes, so you can download it there, or you can go on to my website, which is www... How many W's was that?
3, yeah, that's enough. Don't get greedy.
FionaO'Shea.music.com.au.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Well, we're going to go out with Fiona O'Shea now, and on top of the world. It's great to catch up with you again, Fiona, and
we'll have to
good
make
luck.
it not so long in between drinks next
Well,
time.
I hope so. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I think so. It was late. I know it was late in 2011, but it still was 2011.
Well, there you go.
It was, but I've re-released it, so does that count?
Well, that's right. There we go.
And here it is on top of the world.